Welcome everybody, welcome back to Homestead Heart. And today you all, I am in the kitchen and I have been doing some canning, right? It's that time of the year, the leaves are falling and it's beginning to cool down a bit at night and early in the morning. But for us, it has been raining for days, you all, constantly raining, right? And so it's pouring down outside. Well, it looked like it done slacked up a bit, but it's been pouring down rain, you all. All this is beans. I've been canning just plain little jars of beans because this makes it easy for me if I want to do burritos or something like that. It's not seasoned, doesn't have any salt, no nothing in it. It's just beans and water. That's it. And I have some soaking right here. And those will soak for canning tomorrow, right? So these right here are just beans and water. And I can use these for a variety of things. It just makes it easier to have them on hand and ready to go. Yeah. But anyway, you all, this video, I have been thinking because I have seen it in the comments, but I've also gotten a few emails about that video I did about being aware of canning lid scammers, right? Lead Farmer 73 calls them scam and cheese sandwiches. No scam, no chicken and scam salad. So you got a lot of scammers out there, right? You got a lot of scam and cheese sandwiches all over the internet, right? Just because somebody puts something out there doesn't mean that it's what they say. Okay, y'all? So, but anyway, somebody asked the question. Somebody asked the question multiple times. Some persons, excuse me, asked the question. And I got this question multiple times. What difference does it make? What difference does it make if your lids come from China? Everything else around you come from China. You use everything else that come from China. What difference does it make if your lids, remember we did this video recently. What difference does it make if your lids come from China, right? It makes a big difference. I'm going to address that. And somebody else asked the question, are you saying that if there's a lid shortage that has something to do with the pandemic or some question like that? Anywho, I'm going to address that too. Now, anywho, you all, I tell you. But does it make a difference if your lids come from China when you might have a TV, a deep freezer, Hisense or Hyacinth or however it's pronounced, comes from China? A lot of your kitchen appliances come from China. A lot of your cell phones come from China. A lot of electronics, China. Yeah, they do. You can even go, y'all can go to the Dollar General, and just about everything in Dollar General comes from China. It says it right on the packaging, whatever it comes in. I don't care if it's some sheets made in China. What difference does it make if your lids are made in China? Now this is being set up as a premiere today because I really want that interaction. I want y'all right now, you tell me what difference it makes. Before I tell you what I believe, you tell me what difference it makes if your lids are made in China. Come on now. Let's think about this. Let's think about these questions before we ask them. Let's think about it, right? Let's think about it. What difference does it make? Y'all see all these jars I got on this counter? I'm going to tell you what, I can't even open this. I'm going to tell you what difference it makes. but I'm going to give y'all a minute to put it in the comment section. What difference does it make if everything else around you got lamps in the house made in China? I'm telling you, you just can't hardly find nothing that's made by people who live where you live in this country. You cannot, it's ridiculous. It is so ridiculous. A lot of vehicles and auto parts made in China or other places, right? Anyway, you all, let me tell you, if I have a toaster oven that's made in China, if I have a refrigerator that's made in China, or an oven that's made in China, or a vent hood, or computer, or cell phones, or washing machines and drying machines made in China, what difference does it make? Well, you all, I don't depend on a computer to preserve my food. I don't depend on the cell phone to make sure that my food remains shelf stable, so that in the event of a natural disaster or any other kind of disaster, I don't depend on the toaster oven to preserve my food. I've spent money on jars, on seeds, and time to grow my food, or in this case, beans, to purchase my food, that I'm going to be, even the chickens that we raise, that's time and money. And it's got to go in a jar. If I'm canning it, it's going in a jar. And I need for that to remain shelf stable. I don't want to come back to that. And it's not. See, I don't depend on the lamp. I don't depend on the washer or the dryer to preserve my food. I need this to live, right? I don't need the lamp to live. We can do other sources of light. I don't need the washing machine and the dryer to survive, right? I don't need that dryer. Y'all already know I'm going to use my clothesline anyway. Especially when it's hot outside. I'm going to use my clothesline anyway. So I don't depend on those things to preserve my food. But if I got to be concerned with lids and no, I have not used them, I'm not trying this. For what? When I already know what's going to happen. Look, I've gotten pictures in the email from people who use these lids, same lids from China, off Amazon. Be careful. And they tell you that these lids buckle under pressure. You put them in the pressure canner, these things cannot stand up to the pressure in that pressure. What my pressure canner? They can't handle it. And even if they do stand up to the water bath canning, even if they do make it through water bath canning, I don't want to go back to whatever I have put in my water bath canner that I didn't put in my cabinet and I think is good. And here, 90 days later, all of the jars are unsealed. Because you cannot use the ring to hold the seal in place. You can't do that. Now, I'm going to share with you a tip in another video about these rings that I got from another YouTuber. But you can't depend on that ring. You can't leave that ring on to hold that seal in place. You can't. You got to take this ring all the way off, or you got to leave it loose, right? But you can't depend on the ring to make sure that the seal stays. Can't do that. So y'all, to answer that question, I don't want to depend on some cheaply made China lids to make sure that me and my family don't starve to death. Okay? In all seriousness, I'm like real serious right now. In all seriousness, I don't want to depend on these for my life. See, there's a difference in using a cell phone. If this cell phone goes out tomorrow, I'll just go and pick up another one, right? Because you know they don't last that long. Most of these cell phones now are made just to last a couple of years, and then after that, they gotta go, right? Because they done start making these cell phones to where they just ain't worth nothing, right? Don't care how many hundreds of dollars you spend on them. They don't last that long anymore. I used to have a cell phone. It used to be a flip phone. Motorola Razor. Still in my drawer. Don't work at all. But it's a Motorola Razor. That phone, I had that phone for years. I'm talking like years and years before it quit. But not nowadays. 2 years, you might be lucky if you can get 3 out of a cell phone, right? And then you'll just go pick up another one. But if something go wrong with batches of food, all these seals pop. What if you have canned 2 cases of beans and all the seals pop? What you gonna do? You gonna recan them? Oh my. Depending on how long they've been sitting on the shelf, you don't know how long that seal been broken. You gonna put them all in the refrigerator? You gonna cook them up and freeze them? What you gonna do with all that food? And what if it ain't just 2 cases? What if it's 6 cases that you've used? All of these lids for. Look at that. All of these lids. I know it seemed like a beautiful sight to us who are canners, right? We love seeing this, right? Look at all them lids. Ooh, ah, no. We love seeing this, don't it? But y'all, in my opinion, this is a disaster waiting to happen. And are you willing to take a chance like that on your family's well-being? Because I can tell you right now, whoever made these in China, whoever's responsible for this, one thing is clear: they could care less about the preservation of your food and about the well-being of your family. Because if they did, they wouldn't have made these. Is that right? Right. Okay? So, to answer that question, you all, I don't depend on all of these other things to make sure that my family is going to eat, you know, from year to year. Because as we move towards being able to eat only what we grow, with the exception of grains and beans and things, because we're not growing these, so we have to purchase them from people who do. But everything else, vegetables and even fruit trees, right? We got a lot of fruit trees out there. And even that, not buying fruit from places, eating what we grow, we're moving towards that because that is our goal, right? So, you all, going through all that hard work of growing all the food, all that time. If you have a garden, you know the labor. You know that it is labor intensive. And especially if you got a big garden. You know the amount of work that you put into that garden. And then to come and put your food in a jar and put a lid on it from China and hope and pray that it's sealed. Is that really worth it? It's not. It's not to me. Okay? I would rather know that I got a good quality lid, even if it meant spending extra money. You know, like I know a lot of you have said to invest in the Tadler lids. I have some. My BFF from DC, she sent me some. And I even ordered some from, I can't think of the name of Homesteader Supply. I even ordered some from them, right? And I only have a few. She sent me 2 boxes, and I think I ordered like 8 boxes from them. right? But that's all I have, right? And you can reuse those tablet lids. And the reason why I don't have a lot is because they are pricey, but they are very, very well worth the money, okay? So you all, just to answer that question, what difference does it make? It's life or death. That's the difference it makes. Yeah. Because what if something happens and you can't go to the store to get what you need to eat, and you got to just depend on what you can, and then when you go in there, all of these lids have popped and everything inside look burgundy. You know your beans ain't burgundy. They supposed to look just like this, but they burgundy, or they green, or black and brown. You know, you gonna eat it? You ain't gonna eat it. So that's what difference it makes, y'all. It makes a life or death situation type of a difference, okay? All right, and number 2. Just because there are no lids, what they got to do with the pandemic? Say what? Say what? Look, it's because of the pandemic that you can't find lids. It's because of the pandemic that you couldn't find jars. At one point, you couldn't find none of this stuff. You go in the store with nothing on the shelf, right? It's because of the pandemic that right now, we don't have lids in our area, period. We have jars. They didn't start putting a few cases of jars on the shelf here and there. And when I go in and I see like the 10 cases, I'm going to grab a couple. Yes, I am. I'm going to grab my pint. And I'm going to grab a quart. Yes, I am. I'm going to do that. Because it comes with a lid. I can't find lids, but I can find jars with lids. So I buy the jars with lids. And when I get ready to can, that's what I use. I use the jars that come with the lid. I don't use the jars that are empty without a lid. I'm going to use what came with a lid. Yeah. Right? Because can you have too many jars? No, you can't. Okay? All right. So look, yes, that is a major issue if you cannot find lids, if you cannot find jars. Because for those of us who like to preserve our own food, if you can't get a hold of this, what you gonna do? I know you can freeze dry. I got it. But everybody don't have a $3,000 freeze dryer. You can dehydrate. Yes, you can dehydrate a lot of your foods, right? You can even dehydrate these beans. I've done that. I have some in there right now. In fact, I might dehydrate some more and show you how I do it, because I turn my dehydrated beans into a flour. Yes, I do. So, you can use your dehydrator. But you don't really want to dehydrate everything. 100% of everything you want to dehydrate it? I don't. I really don't. 100% of everything, do you want to freeze it? No, I don't have that kind of freezer space. I don't. No. So, yeah. Lids are very important. Jars are very important. And yes, the pandemic has directly affected the amount of jars and lids that we were finding on the shelves. At one point, there were none. There weren't even canners on the shelf at one point. No pressure canners, no water bath canners. At one point, there was nothing. You literally had to go on a hunt to find a canner. And people who ordered canners online, they were back ordered for months. Some of them nearly a year. So yeah, y'all, lids, the pandemic, they have joined, they are together, okay? One has tremendously affected the other, all right? So, you all, I just wanted to share that with you because I thought to myself, I would not want to depend on these to make sure that my family, my grandbabies, to make sure they're going to be able to eat. I'm not going to be like, well, I'm just going to take a chance and just see how it go. Oh, no, I will not. Look, I'm not a gambler. I don't gamble. I don't gamble. All right? I don't do games of chance. Okay? So, no. And if I buy a Ball brand lid, you're there. If I buy a Ball brand lid, I know at least 99% of these are going to seal 99% of the time. Every now and then you got that one that just don't act right. Right? Every now and then. But for the most part, Ball lids do fantastic. Tried and true. Right? Tadler lids. Tried and true. Okay? This is not the time to gamble with your family. Now, I've said it before. If you want to buy them and you want to get them from Amazon and you know they come from China, then like I said before, it's your kitchen. Do what you want to do, right? I can't tell you what you ought to do, okay? But I'm letting you know, for me, it's not a wise choice to me for me to do that. It's not wise for me to do that with my family, okay? So you all, I just wanted to share that with you. And I'm going to get off of here because I'm going to get back to work. The rain is picking up again, but I'm going to get back to work because I had these beans heating up here. And as you could see, they've been soaking, and it is time for me to skim all of that stuff off the top. All that gas got to come out and all of that, right? And then I'm going to let them soak like that overnight. And tomorrow I will wash and get them all straightened up for canning. And if you want to see how I prep my beans for canning, I've done a video on that. And I will post that either in the cards or I will post it at the end of this video. Okay, you all? Please, I would love to know your thoughts in the comment section below. What do you think? Is this worth it in your opinion? Please tell me. I want to know. I want to know, right? Like one of my family members say, look, I'm just telling y'all what I feel is right. And it is true in my opinion. And like my family member always say, I'm going to keep it 100. He always say, you can count on me to keep it 100. I'm like, I know. We can always count on you to keep it 100. Yes, we can. We can count on you to keep it 100. All right, y'all. So that's it for this video. I'm going to upload this video. I want to get it uploaded right now. I do not, and actually I was uploading a different video for today. I'm going to save it for tomorrow. And it is regarding those wonderful, wonderful, wonderful extracts. Oh, yes. All right, y'all, that's going to do it. If you haven't done so already, go ahead and give the video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any videos that we upload to our channel. Please share in the comments below your thoughts, okay, on these lids. And do you think, I know, I probably shouldn't even ask this question, but I'm going to ask it. Do you think that the pandemic and the lid issue and the jar issue and the canner issue, do you think it's worthy to say that, yeah, this pandemic had a lot to do with these lids? I know, right? I'm not asking this of me. I'm not asking this for me. I'm asking for the persons that made that statement. Okay? All right. All right, y'all. Thank y'all so much for watching Homestead Heart. Peace and blessings to each and every one of you. And I'm going to see y'all in the next video. I'm going to get back to work because I do got more to do, y'all. I'm going to see you in the next one.